What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be doing another video where I rate your teams. So lads, we're going to be doing one today, and I'm going to be doing one some stage over the weekend. Basically, it's an easy video to prep. I'm going to record it on Friday, get it up over the weekend, and lads, it is what it is. I got to prep. Today, it is now Wednesday at 11 p.m. I got to record. I have 11 more videos to record. 11 more videos to record extra on top of my other videos between now and Saturday morning. There's going to be a 24-hour shift on... It's going to be a 24-hour shift on Friday. I'm calling it now. Either way, let's get on to it. So, if you guys want to send your teams, basically follow me on Twitter and wait till I tweet, send teams. Okay, so... this is like perfect. Again, ideally we would go with, or ideally it would be a case of it being an in-game one, but this is fine. 2K or 2KDB squads work as well. So ideally as well, current, just tell me what gen you're on, tell me how much you are, you have, and what your playstyle is. So current 700 KMT, like to run pick and pop with Curry and Embiid, DeJounte and Harris, or Embiid, DeJounte and Harris. Oh, Tobias Harris, sorry. Mostly driving and kick to find open shooters. Durant and Harris secondary ball handlers. Tobias Harris secondary ball handler. First of all, there's a lot of tactical downgrades. Unless you are the literal biggest OG Anunoby fan in the world. There are so many tactical downgrades for OG. Like, OG is fine. OG is completely fine. But, like, not only fine, he's in fact really good. But, like, is OG that much better than... I need to try find a really good wing. I'm trying to think who I've been using on the wing. That's quite cheap. I mean, OG is also, like, 2.5 AKs. He's not as good as AK. Honestly, time to downgrade him to AK. You got a significantly better lineup then. And tactically downgrade your masked KD to the non-masked KD. I get it, masked KD is pretty good. They're the same card, but one of them is more than 2 times the price. Literally just downgrade, take your mask off KD. It was fun for Halloween, but I mean, you could literally be sitting on a better team with like you could be sitting on a better team with 1.5 million without even taking away anybody. Literally swapping OG Anunoby for AK-47 and swapping Kevin Durant for the same card without a mask, and you are sitting on like 1.5 million MT at least. Just spare. Because KD is really good. I'm not going to say to get rid of him. Because, like, it's not even, like, you don't even have the upgraded Steph Curry. An upgraded Steph makes more of a difference than blinders and KD. I really like the team, though. It's a really good team. It's just, you could literally make this team. Like, this is a 9.4 out of 10. This is better than the team that I have right now. Like, I would say my team is an 8. Like, if you're asking me what I would rate my own team, it would be an 8. This is like a 9.4 out of 10. And I'm telling you, well, actually, wait, you don't even have a primary. You don't have a primary ball handler off your bench. That's very weird. You genuinely don't have a primary ball handler off your bench. But this is like, say, a 9.2 out of 10. That can be turned into a 9.3 out of 10. And also you gain another 800k. Have 1.3 million. I don't overspend. I have need some updates to 5 very good cards under 100k. It all depends on what you need. It really does. Like, your starting 5 basically, your team basically is like my team. So you got Ron Boone and Scotty in there. I'm interested to see. Let me think. So you have 1.3. I assume you're kind of cool staying over the 1. DeJounte's fine. Boone's fine. I'm trying to think who's the best to get rid of. So you need a better player than Serge. Miles Turner. I mean, Miles Turner is quite a bit better than Serge. And it all depends on what, again, you use Serge for. Like, if you want to if you're running pick and rolls and you want a big man, get DeAndre Ayton for 10k. But if you want pick and pop, DeAndre Ayton's not really going to do that too well. But it is kind of a crazy thing that you've got 1.3 million MT and still running Serge Ibaka. But yeah, I like the team. It's very similar level of mine, so I'll give it an 8. It's a very similar. It's almost the exact same team as mine, to be honest, isn't it? Okay, 900k. Man, people are really tactically downgrading cards now. 900k, man. Keep your MT. CP, I would probably upgrade CP3 to Drew Holiday. And that's probably the best bet, but I mean, other than that, it's really good. Okay. Loving this lineup. I'll rate Jazz's lineup. I'll rate Jazz's lineup right here. No clamps and no clamps. What? Like, I don't get it. He's got clamps on 3 of these guys. And then Bingo gets clamps, and so does IT as far as I'm aware. And I think you can give it to Odom. I don't rate Gervin. I will say that I don't rate Gervin, but if you like him, he's good enough stats-wise that he's usable. I hate Aldridge base with a passion. Like, for me, it's like... And a lot of people are saying, oh, Aldridge can shoot. Yeah, because they didn't give Aldridge base. They give Aldridge shoot. Aldridge shoots like Amari Stoudemire. Like, Aldridge literally shoots like Amari Stoudemire. Which is a kind of crazy thing. Okay, think about selling Turner and going... Turner and Brown and Jalen and going for Dolph on Friday at the 5. I mean, Dolph's very small at the 5. Not gonna lie, he's very, very small. And you probably couldn't buy Dolph for selling Miles Turner and Jalen Brown. And using someone like Landry Fields or Dort or anyone for like with like 20k that can hold a little bit of defense for Jason when most players are badged out with a shoe. For Jalen, you mean? You don't need anyone that great on defense at the 2 because ML Carr's your primary ball defender. You literally just need a secondary ball defender. Trying to think who'll do the job. I mean, Jimmy Buckets is less than 10k. Like, I don't think he's that much better than Landry Fields, but I mean, a lot of people do prefer Jimmy Buckets. Fields works, but I mean, Jimmy Buckets is pretty good. Guys call him Buckets. AK is very solid. Your starting lineup is cool. I mean, I don't think you necessarily need, like, I get it. What's his name is better. Like, Dolph is better, but I mean, if your tallest player in your starting lineup is your small forward, it's kind of off. So, I would stick with Miles, honestly. I'd stick with Miles and Jalen. They both do the job. So, I'd stick. I wouldn't really change anybody. But if you are dead set on changing, I think... I'm not sure if that makes your team better, but it is kind of doable. Like Jimmy Butler, Fields, any of those guys can kind of work at the 2. Not a bad team. Let's go like 7.5. Okay. Current gen, no money spent, working with 30k. Use Ron for defense, dribble with James Harden. Good choice. Use Kemba for 3 hunting. Willing to get rid of anyone. Where's Kemba? What way is your bench lineup set? So you've got Kemba at the 1. Do you run Suggs the 2? Or do you run Landry at the 2 and Worthy at the 3? I don't even know what your bench lineup is, so I can't really say. Okay, so you got 20k. Or you got 30k. First of all, get Chris Boucher out of that lineup. I get it. He was really good launch week. But just get him out of the lineup, man. Even DeAndre Ayton's going to run past him. He's got 50 speed and no strength and a 6'9". Boucher does not belong there. I'm cool with little guys at the end of the bench. There is no point wasting money on empty on contracts and Derrick Jones Jr. I like his jumper. He doesn't do anything else well, and he doesn't even have Pro 3 behind the back anymore because they nerfed Dame Lillard behind the back. I'm cool with Worthy at the 4. Fields, or say not Fields, Walker and Suggs I don't think work together. Find whichever one you prefer. If you have done the locker code for Chris Duarte, I might throw in Chris Duarte at the 2. If not, pick one of those guys. Pick whichever one you prefer and run those at the 1. And at the 2, like, there are a lot of really, really good players. And then at the 3, honestly, go and get yourself like a... You can run Worthy at the 3, or you can run Worthy at the 4. Get yourself like a Darius Miles at the 3. And at the 5, run Josh Smith. Replace some of the others with gold just for contract reasons. I don't like Tom Chambers. But if you like him and you're good with him, I'd be my guys to keep using him. I hate the card. I would much rather use Darius Miles over Chambers, but again, he is a free card. Technically a free card. Wiggins is fine. Harper's fine. Harden's fine. I have no idea what way your bench lineup is, so can't really say anything. But this is a team where if I matched up against you, I would be like, you know what, I'm probably winning this game. So at this stage of the game, like, I'm just like, oh yeah, this is probably like a 5 out of 10 lineup. But the big problem is that, like, I literally only face God squads. Like, I think my account is rigged. Like, someone else is playing TTO on my account, and they say that they've never faced as many sweats as they do when they're on my account. I think my account's in a bad way. Like, I faced Peyton literally in 50% of my games. I'm 16 and 17 in Unlimited. But getting 16 and 17 against dudes who already have Peyton isn't too bad. I think I'm 4 and 3 against guys that have Peyton. So, run pick and roll a lot. DeJounte's your favorite players in real life too, so he's fully badged out. I mean, DeJounte's incredible. Center position is important in your gameplay. Coaches Wes on sale, playbook is books. Thanks for any suggestions. So the center position is important. You didn't say what you do with your center though. And that is quite a big thing. So, okay, there's one player, like, you need someone that can play defense in your bench lineup, except for, I would get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr., and then you need someone with like 90 defense. I mean, Lou Dort's not a bad option. Get Landry Fields in as a secondary ball handler. You can use Harden as a primary ball defender. Because Kyrie is going to get exposed. He is going to absolutely be exposed. But I would buy Landry Fields. I mean, you don't have any MT to work with, so like Draymond's fine, Mitch is fine. DeJounte Murray locks up the other team's point guard. How the hell do you manage to get Melo when only have 3 MT left? Well, by judging by XP, you're probably not going to get Kevin Garnett. But yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm like, it's a nice little team. It's not that far off being competitive. Like, it's literally replacing Tim Hardaway Jr. with someone that can actually hold defense, away from being a solid enough team. It's like, it's not a great team. Like, this is a team that if I ran it Unlimited, I'd be like, if this was a year ago, I'd be like, you know what? I'd be confident running this team in Unlimited. But it depends. If you are facing the guys that I face in Unlimited, man, I'm not confident using my own team. My own team's better than this. So, 7.5 out of 10. It's not that much worse than mine. Okay, let's scroll. I just want to see if we can find an interesting team right here, because we've been 12 minutes in. Dude locked in for Granger. That's it. That's very interesting. Okay, I just want to see one player that we don't see anywhere else. Rui Hachimura. What the hell is this? Okay, DeJounte, James Harden, Devin Booker, Rui Hachimura, Serge Ibaka. Bojan Bogdanovic off the bench, man. Have about 20k. Looking to upgrade all positions except for starting PG and shooting guard. That's fine. Mostly pick and roll and pops 5 out with Harden and Murray. Do we recommend grinding Dom this late in the year? I mean, no. Like, a lot of people say, oh, just go and get Dom for tokens. But I'm like, at this stage, it's not really worth it. If you want MT, play TT online or TT offline. Oh, actually, the best way for MT is TT offline with 3 golds. And you still barely make MT. Like, it is nearly impossible to make MT this year without using the code. Without using a code for 5% off. It's nearly impossible to make MT this year. So, let me have a look. Okay, so the players that need to be replaced first are Bojan and Rui. Darius Miles should be in there. You got 20k, so Darius Miles needs to be in there. We need another power forward. Now, this is an interesting one. We gotta look at, like, power forwards that are Amethyst or Ruby that include secondary position. Okay, so we need guys that are at the 10k mark. Or the 15k. I mean, Josh Smith would be an option, but I don't really know how. First of all, Darius Miles is a must buy. I don't know if you can technically afford him. I mean, is LeBron James Ruby's not bad? Like, LeBron James Ruby, a power forward. You know, Miles are not bad. Mitchell Robinson, look, he gets every board. He just dominates in the post. But you've got enough MT that, like, DeAndre Ayton is better in every single way. So spend your last, like, 10k to get DeAndre Ayton there. And that's your team with 20k made quite a lot better. But this is this is like a 5 point, or not 5 point, this is like a 6.3 out of 10. quite a bit worse than mine. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, now let's find an interesting one here. Alexito Mamba. This, I also faced this guy in Unlimited. As you can see, Gary Payton. He was one of the guys I faced in the quote in the SBM or SBMM is real or something, whatever way I titled that video. But I literally faced Vincenzo, who got to the final of the biggest of a 1,000 euro tournament in 2K20. I faced him game 1. Game 2, I faced Mamba __, a dude who was in the Opal tier and as of right now has got Gary Payton. This is while, by the way, I'm in the Sapphire tier. I'm in like the Sapphire / Ruby tier. After that, we the next game we faced Danto 2K, who went 65-0 in the Showdown tier. And in my 4th game, I faced this guy, and I just had a mental breakdown playing it. And I went to current gen. But Gary Payton, Kobe Bryant, Bruce Bowen, Andrei Kirilenko, Miles Turner. This team's good. There are no real flaws in this team. There really aren't. Right, Chris Mullen, a really nice shooter. As someone at the end of your bench, Hoff, Clamps, Bruce Bowen, Kobe's one of the best in the game. You've got the 2 best point guys in the game. You got the best on-ball defender in the game in Carr. Glenn's just solid. Kristaps, Miles Turner, brilliant. Like, this is like a 9 point something. This is like a 9 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Really, really nice. Interesting team. Have about 30k MT. And this is where I'm like, you don't, like, if you've got the Jet, you don't need Hero. So, like, I don't even mind Hero, though. Hero's good. So you've got Landry Fields, Jay Crowder, Porzingis. Your power forwards and centers are fine. Like, there's no real reason to upgrade them. I would honestly sell Hero, and there has to be a 2 guy. Like, I would put in Duarte. If you have Duarte's locker, if you got Duarte's locker code, I would put him in. I need to check shooting guards at that tier. Honestly, like, I'm just putting it out there right now. Like, as good as Tyler Hero is, what's his name is better. Jalen Suggs is better even at the 2. Like, Tyler Hero's an inch taller, but Suggs is a 3-inch longer wingspan. Suggs is better at the 2. But which 20k to work with? You've already got your, like, primary defender in Fields. And you've got Jimmy Butler. I would have said Jimmy Butler, but you got him on your bench. Let me take a look. I'm flicking through right here. Suggs is the best bet. Suggs can kind of play defense, and he's just better than Hero. Or I would put in... I put in Suggs for Kobe White. Do I put in... Is RJ Barrett better than Hero? Or is Hero just good enough himself? I don't know. Like, this is a team that if I did come up against it, it would take a really good player using this team to beat me. But it would be like... if I came up against a team, I would be half scared because I'm like, oh crap, someone's actually using this team in high bracket SBMM and Unlimited. They have to be a sweat. 6 out of 10. Good for what it is, though. Wow, this team's elite. I mean, you're going to get a little bit exposed by paint mashers, but I mean, it kind of does everything well, doesn't it? There's no flaws in this team. I only got to go Vic Krejci on the bench with the Olympic go Vlado Chanchar. Or Kanchar. Chanchar? Yeah, a way better starting line at the bench. I assume your bench literally only play 5 minutes. I assume like you play the whole first quarter of your starters. Steph works at the 2 because you've got Payton at the 1. And then you put on your bench for just a few minutes here and there. And this bench is fine. Like Suggs, Harden, Miles, Josh Smith, and Tobias Harris. Like, that's basically the team I ran 250, except you replaced Tobias Harris with Melo. That's basically the starting lineup that I ran in 250. So, yeah, I can't say it's a bad team. Okay, this team is very interesting. Why the hell is Larry Bird not in your rotation first? Okay, maybe he is. What the hell is... Why do you have Jamal Mashburn in this team? Like, what is the point of this team? You have over 100k tied up in the Monster Mash. And you're using Brad Doherty at center. He is just worse DeAndre Ayton. Like, as much as you might be saying, oh, why am I suggesting DeAndre Ayton? Dude's better than Brad Doherty. Like, so, just sell Brad. Or say not sell Brad, sell Jamal Mashburn. And Jamal Mashburn's fine, don't get me wrong, he's fine. But, like, when you've got Brad Doherty in your starting lineup, there's no need for him. Sell Jamal Mashburn, get Chris Mullin or Larry Bird, one or the other, start them. Honestly, move Amari Stoudemire to the 5. Start both Chris Mullin and Larry Bird. For all I care. Like, just Amari at the 5. Amari at the 5. Even though I don't rate Amari that highly. If you want to use Brad over Darryl on the bench, you can keep him. But I would probably just buy DeAndre Ayton for your bench. Or no, I'd start DeAndre Ayton and bring Stoudemire off the bench. Assuming that you've got Stoudemire. You got Stoudemire, so I assume you've got Bob Pettit as well. Who is also better than Brad. You got Dave Bing, Rajon Rondo, Sleepy Floyd. Dude, you got 3 point guards in your bench. What? I can't. I can't even... Like... I don't know how much MT you have. I don't know. Man, I don't know. Like, but trust me, if I'm coming up against Amari and Brad, I'm kicking my feet up. Like, if I'm going up against one of them, like, I know there are some people that are actually pretty good with Brad. But if I'm I forgot what I was gonna say. It's not a very good team. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, I just need an interesting team. I'm standing by this. Rondo's not good. I've played against Rondo so many times. It's a weird one, like, and this is the one thing I will say about Rondo, is a good player can be good with Rondo, but most players make Rondo look like a garbage man. Like, Rajon Rondo, literally, I don't care he's got 90 speed, he's got a 73-pointer, can barely shoot a mid-range shot, and can't dunk. Like, explain to me how Rajon Rondo is better than Slick Watts. Like, Slick Watts with the Evo. Like, Rajon Rondo, +2 speed. Way worse shooting. Slick Watts can dunk, whereas Rondo can't. Like, 30 of his stats are in post-game. And, like, Rondo, wow. Rondo is 85 of his stats. You might say, oh, it's 103 total stats. 30 of them are interior defense, which doesn't matter because 6'1" guys are going to get destroyed. And rebounding, he's better. And actually, you know, in fairness, Rondo's way better in defense. This is actually a comparison. I don't know why I'm saying, like, how Rondo's better. I definitely underrated Rondo yesterday. I still don't rate him highly because he is really struggling at played against him. Rondo is an A-tier point guard. No, he's not. Rondo is not. Rondo is B-tier. I definitely went too low because I just hate him. I hate using him and I love playing against him. And most people that use him genuinely suck at Rondo. He is not Rondo is not on the level. He is not on the level of... Like, he's probably better than Jamal Murray or on the level of Jamal Murray. But I'm trying to think who I even had. No, he's not on CP3's level. Dear Lord, no, he's not on CP3's level. But, yeah, so Rondo, Harden, Gerald Wallace. Gerald Wallace is he's so good. I played against him for the first time yesterday. He's so good. His defense... He sits, like, he's like AK in terms of the fact that you cannot get rid of him. And he also money from the corners. And Melo's brilliant. The mock is really good. Like, only your reward cards here. 40 to 50k range. I mean, I would probably just get Suggs to replace Jamal Murray. And leave it at that. Like, your team's not that bad. It's still in, like, the 7 out of 10 range, but it's not that bad. Okay. I just need an interesting team. We're going to go with 2 more teams, and we just got to find 2 more that are kind of... Like, a lot of these guys I'm going to be giving the same advice to. This team's interesting. Man United get budget players. I'm getting a PD Jam around the starting lineup, and I mainly guys are only on 3 players off the bench. Okay, just... First of all, get the better DeAndre Jordan. Like, you've already got the Amethyst DeAndre Jordan. Like, it is DeAndre... From the Amethyst to the main DeAndre Jordan. If that takes you more than 2 hours, I would be shocked. It should take you less than an hour. Like, I screwed up so badly. Trying to get... Was it dunks with DeAndre Jordan? Like, I just couldn't. I just couldn't get them. He just kept taking layups. But Simons is nice. Harden's nice. DeAndre Jordan's nice. Who? You've only got 2 guys in your team that can play power forward. Serge at the 4 is not really it. I just throw Darius Miles somewhere. Like, your team's interesting. It's not very good, but it's interesting. It's interesting you're only using your 3 players. Ja Morant is definitely a brilliant point guard. Like, there's no reason to not have, like, a Darius Miles in this lineup. And Mitchell Robinson, I mean, as great as Mitchell Robinson is, I mean, again, Mitchell Robinson just better at everything. Okay, 53-1 for Gary, mainly play on tournaments and PS4. If you're 53-1 for Gary Payton, why are you asking for advice from a guy who is currently 16-17? Obviously, I'm getting the run of hell. Like, you'll see in my like Road to Gary Payton series. In fairness, I did lose to a bad player because I was shook in one of my episodes. I record my episodes one after another, and you'll see it. Like, I got absolutely shook and lost to a bot. But like, other than that, I'm literally only facing dudes with either million coin squads or guys that I know are some of the best players in Europe. But like, first of all, take your mask off, AK. I get it, he looks very intimidating, but you save a lot of MC. You're 53-1, doesn't matter, your team's good. You know your team's good, this is a flex. Okay. Ooh, interesting, that Fakir SBC is insane. That Fakir SBC is insane. I just never did them because I don't do SBCs till like May. Come on. Give me an interesting team. This looks fun. Ilicic, a very, very underrated inform. I'm guessing 4-1-2-1. Yeah, 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I mean, very defensive 4-1-2-1-2 narrow with Bastoni, who's probably shouldn't be using. But I like your strike force. I like Ilicic. I like Tonali. I like Spinazzola and Quadrado. I really like this team. Getting a lot of FIFAs here. Probably should have made a DB goal video today, but I just have too much to do on the DBG channel to make a DB gold video. Whoa, okay. Grind you a bit of Dom here and there. Okay, what the hell is Kyle Lowry doing on a team in November? What the hell is Peja Stojakovic doing on a team? Tear it down, man. Tear it down. Like, you know what? Your 2 through 5 are fine, your starting lineup. Cat, for his price, is not terrible. You only play domination. This team's fine for Dom. If you're trying to play online, tear it down. Tear it down. You can keep Gary Harris, get rid of Page, get rid of Julius Randle, especially if he's at the 4. The only thing he does well is the fact that he's a niche at the as a 0.5. Karl Anthony Towns doesn't really play much defense. Kyle Lowry's not great. Literally, get yourself Jalen Suggs, Darius Miles, Landry Fields, and DeAndre Ayton. You've saved a bunch of MT and you've made your team better. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, we need to just find one. Most underrated card. Dude, you got LaCroix. You got LaCroix, like. I don't know what's better, LaCroix in-game or the LaCroix meme. The LaCroix meme or TikTok is one of the funniest things. I still laugh at that. I still think that's hilarious. Oh my, what a team. What a team, man. Diamond AI before people started abusing. Like, I was one of the guys that abused, like, Sent as a point guard. Before people started abusing Sent as a point guard, AI. Michael Jordan, insane. That Ruby Jordan was the best Jordan in the game. And it's mad, you need 94 speed and he was the best Jordan in the game. Carmelo Anthony was insane as well. He was the best player in the game. Larry Bird, insane. Shaquille O'Neal couldn't really shoot, but I mean the pink Aristotle locker code. That was his locker code. The only locker codes I got that year were Steph Curry and Paul George. And it's mad, most people never even played that. There have been a few interesting teams, but I just want to find a really, really interesting one to end it. I don't know anything about Madden, so I do apologize. So I can't even click on it for the lols. Tim Cahill up front, I like it. And Red Rafinha. What even game is this? What game is this? Okay, there was a team that I did kind of like the look of. Where is it? Have I completely missed it? Yeah, this. What? Oh, it's a Lakers team. I just saw Taylor Horton Tucker. The Lakers got way better cards. It's not even fair. Man, man, if you're running, I'm telling you, later on in the year, a Lakers lineup is going to legitimately be able to compete in Unlimited. That is nuts. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is the video. This is the 6th episode of the series where I rate your squads, and we're going to be doing this again on, well, Friday, and it'll probably be uploaded on like Sunday. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.